AJ has officially been benched from FaZe Clan's Rocket League roster. So that means First Killer and Typical will be looking for a new third to play along with next season, and Shift has already got that player lined up. Now, before I get into these stats, I do want to say there is another roster move that just dropped this morning. Stick around to the end of the video for that one. And take a look at some comparison in stats. The new player, rumored, averaged 410 score per game, 0.63 goals, 0.52 assists, 2 saves, 2.97 shots. He shot 21.23% from the pitch, participated in 63.23 goals, and had a rating over 1.011 on Octane. Compare that to AJ's stats. AJ averaged 391 score per game, 0.78 goals, 0.63 assists, 1.6 saves, 3.3 shots per game, 23.7 shooting percentage, a goal participation of 58.23%, and an Octane rating of 1.065. So on paper, we know that this new player is a little bit less inclined on the offensive side, whereas AJ, as most of everybody should know, is a very great striker in North America. Very mechanical, very like 1v1 heavy, can solo play, can outplay people with his mechanics and his overall mechanical ability on the ball. That is not to say his mystery replacement player, Mystery, is not mechanically inclined. I would say that this player is definitely mechanical, has the ability to solo play on the ball, and can pop off at any given moment, but has played the third man defensive role very well for his entire career, and that player is Mist. Most of you guys already probably knew that, but it's Mist from Optic Gaming. He's an unrestricted free agent, so he's able to sign with whomstever he wants, whatever he wants, and Mist is that guy for FaZe that they're kind of seeking out. Shift reported on it. Shift is like 99% right, like all the time. So take it with a 1% null factor that Mist is likely going to FaZe. And to me, this move does make sense. For the new philosophy brought in with Role Diz, like new voices essentially being heard. AJ was the last remaining player from the Peeps roster that FaZe signed back on RLCS, so Gyro and Illusion have been removed from the roster previously. First Killer came in, Typical came in, and now it seems like AJ is on his way out. Now, what does this mean for FaZe Clan's potential gameplay change, game style change? I do think this is going to help them more so in the long run of tournaments. They might not pop off randomly and score 6 goals a game against some of the weaker competition in their region or internationally, in which they do, which is how a lot of their stats sometimes can seem inflated. First Killer, AJ, and Typical are all very high towards the top of the Octane rating leaderboard, yet they only won 2 tournaments all year. Yes, they're very consistent, taking top 4s most tournaments, but only winning 2 tournaments and you got 3 out of like the top like 15 players in NA. It's kind of confusing in terms of Octane rating, of course, but it's kind of confusing. Like where is the misallocation of performance at? And it's definitely in those moments where they're popping off, where they are scoring 6 goals a game and running up the score because they are that mechanical, they are that offensive heavy. So taking away AJ, bringing in Mist, one of the best third man in the game and one of the most consistent third men in the game in terms of positioning, it makes me wonder, where does that leave First Killer, where does that leave Typical? First Killer to me is still going to be the man on the ball. He's going to be the striker, he's going to be the point of contact for everything on the offense. Typical slides into that middleman role where I feel like he can excel very well because he, 1, has great mechanics, 2, has great positional awareness, and 3, can do everything on the pitch very balanced, if that makes sense. He's not heavy in one way. He can play the third man role, and we saw that he was able to do that for FaZe during many parts of long tournament runs. But I think having a more stable backline like Mist is going to help them in the long run. Mist last season was 5th in time spent in the defensive third in 3 minutes and 7 seconds per game, essentially. AJ is the bottom 14, so he's 14th last, essentially. 2 minutes and 46 seconds in the defensive third. So you're adding an extra 20 seconds in the defensive third for this player, but you are sacrificing a bit more on the offensive positioning, but that's where First Killer and Typical slide in, because we know that they are both very capable players on the ball to score the ball. If Mist can slide in and rotate perfectly with these 2 players, it's wraps. FaZe is going to be, on paper, a very dangerous team to watch out for. In closing, Mist for AJ I think is an upgrade. AJ will find a good home. But I think at the end of the day, for what FaZe is trying to accomplish next season, which is win more tournaments, Mist, I think, is that answer. Now, that roster move I was talking about that just dropped this morning, Complexity looking to move forward without Shad. This comes as a surprise to me. I think this roster, Razebull, Shad, and AYYJAYY, could have stuck and performed a little bit better, but at the end of the day, they felt like something needed to change, and their replacement is Sadness of Team Secret, rumored. This is rumors, of course, right now, but This is an interesting move. You knew it wasn't going to be RazeBull getting removed from Complexity unless he sought out a different roster himself. So Complexity with RazeBull, AYYJAYY, and Sadness. I'll be curious to see how it looks. I'm not sure how much of an upgrade it is right now, but maybe it's a mentality change that they were just looking for. So what do you guys think? Sadness over Shad. What's your rating on that one? And let me know what you think about the FaZe roster move potential of Mist over AJ. With all that being said, it's been RLCS Spotlight. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.